Welcome to Overcoming the Challenges of Slow-Moving Inventory and Undervalued Assets. Our facilitator is Jay Dwivedi. He's a strategy consultant with over 25 years of professional experience. He helps Fortune 500 companies optimize performance of their manufacturing and distribution systems. Welcome back, Jay.
Great to talk to you, Gene.
So here in theme number 2, what works and what challenges still remain? What are we going to talk about today?
Gene, in this theme, the sponsor wanted to really find out, what are some of the things that companies are doing, and based on the experience of the panelists, what has been working well, and then also separately list what are challenges that still remain unresolved so that our sponsor could have a good understanding of, what is working and what is not working.
I noticed you put together a really fantastic panel for this research. And in your executive summary, you acknowledged that it's much more difficult to manage inventory than it sounds.
You are absolutely right. And the other thing that you will notice from our last conversation is that, we have a slightly different panel this time, and it's by design. So, the sponsor wanted to get one set of input the first time, and we were able to get that input, and then we modified the panel. We brought in some additional talent, and this time, again, we have some really good people on the panel who have provided some great insights on the questions that we were trying to address.
I noticed in key point number 1, you get into how important collaboration and shared data are in the process.
Right. So, if we see the focus of this team, as I said before, is to figure out, what was working and what is not working. What the panel is saying is that companies are doing a much better job than they used to in things like forecasting, planning, and executing it. And there is also much more collaborative relationship between marketers, salespeople, manufacturers, distributors, and retailers. That said, as you will see from some of the comments made by the expert, slow-moving inventory is still a problem. And the other point to remember here, Gene, is that companies still operate in silos. You have salespeople, marketing people, manufacturing people. As much as they communicate, they still do not communicate as well as we would all like them to see.
Very good points. Now, I know in key point number 2, you talk more about some of those challenges, and also some suggestions are being offered here as well.
That's exactly right. So, and as I summarized earlier, communication is definitely one of the biggest challenges, and it's about right information to the right people in a timely manner. What they are saying is that technology is the solution. And more importantly, they really need to be on top of what the customer wants. You want to sell product X, but the customer wants product Y. And if you cannot figure this out in real time, and we both know how challenging it is, so that's a huge problem as well. So, with consumers being very unpredictable, price sensitive in the sense that they're always looking for the lowest price they can find online, those are such huge challenges for marketers. And that's where I'm expecting that a lot of the innovation will happen in the coming years.
You also don't want to train your customer to only buy from you when you have the couponing or the sales, because then you get yourself in quite a conundrum, right?
Most of us have gotten so used to this idea that I'll wait till it goes on sale mentality that it's very hard for corporations to really play that game.
That's so true. So let's talk about these top 3 contributors to this panel.
So in this particular theme, as I said early on, Sumant, Lisa, and Raul, they were, great contributors last time as well, and they have done a really good job in helping the sponsor understand all the complex dynamics that goes into these issues. So I want to take an opportunity to thank all 3 of them.
Yes, great job. And great job by you too, Jay. Now, what's coming up in our next theme?
You're absolutely right. So, we are currently working to refine theme number 3. And in the coming weeks, the focus is to nail down the answer to the question, which is, does slow-moving inventory continue to be a business challenge to a level that our people at the C-level are concerned about it?
That sounds like great content. I can't wait for our next conversation. Again, that's Jay Dwivedi. He's a strategy consultant with over 25 years of professional experience. He helps Fortune 500 companies optimize performance of their manufacturing and distribution systems. Jay, we will talk again.
We will. Thank you so much.